everyone, I am Jenny.
I'm Jesse.
And we are Outside is Calling.
Big news, drum roll. Ready? We're buying a house. This beautiful woman's gonna drop my butt off at the airport and my butt is gonna fly to Oregon.
Yeah.
We have a storage unit where after we sold our home, we still had some possessions we didn't want to part with. We got rid of a lot of stuff. Already reserved a Penske truck. So long story short, we need to get our stuff out of the storage unit and bring it back down south. You can't make this stuff up. I arrived in Portland. The flight on the way here was an hour late because of some maintenance problems, so that's unavoidable. I arrived in Portland and the checked bag that I had with a firearm got lost, which is kind of a big deal. So the bad news is American lost a firearm, or a bag with a firearm. But the good news though, it was in Phoenix or somewhere in Arizona, Phoenix or Tucson, I'm not sure where. But either way, it'll be here to Portland in a few hours. I started this morning. Jenny drove me to the airport at 6 o'clock a.m. Florida time. It's now 5 p.m. Oregon time, which is 8 o'clock Florida time. So it's been a 14-hour day. I thought I was gonna drive an hour and be done, but I'm not gonna get out that lucky. Just roll with the punches, I guess. And I'll get the moving truck and go find some food here in Portland. That's one good thing. Portland, Oregon has tons of killer food, all kinds of microbrews. Kill some time until my bag does arrive. 3-hour delay. Anyways, we're moving to Florida one way or another. I'll have a truck here in just a minute. I think the girl that checked me in is hooking the truck up to the trailer right now. Let's check it out. All right, got my bag. Fresh from Phoenix, Arizona. Let's get back over here to the Ubered car, back to the moving car. Good morning, everybody. Coming to you live from Cascade Locks, Oregon. Yesterday was a handful, but in the end, I persevered and got all my crap. Got my bag with the firearm in it. That was good. Nothing was lost. Our friends Dave and Caroline, thank you guys very much for your hospitality. They're such wonderful people. If you guys find yourselves in Cascade Locks, Oregon, be sure to check out Thunder Island Brewing. That's their business, and it's awesome. It's right beside the Columbia River on the water, nearby the Bridge of the Gods. It's an amazing view they have there, and amazing food and drink. So check that out. You might wonder why I'm sitting in the moving truck on the side of the interstate. I wanted to pull over here because this is kind of a step back from the past. When Jenny and I left this area just over a year ago to begin traveling full-time in our motorhome, this is about 3 miles from our house we sold. We got to here and a windshield wiper fell off. So for any of you guys that watch the RV Nomads movie and you hear where I speak about some of the problems we've had on the road, this is the very first problem we had. We literally just hopped in the motorhome. We just started our trip. We were like excited, yeah, we're leaving, we're gonna go travel around the world and do fun stuff. We got right here and literally the windshield wiper fell off the hinge, and it was raining like it is right now. And as you can see, this is the on-ramp getting onto Interstate 84, so it's not even the damn highway. And I just wanted to pull over and share that with you guys. For any of y'all that have seen the movie, this is the spot where it happened at. This is also the spot where I'm beginning a 3,000-mile pilgrimage back to Florida with all of our household goods. My hopes are that this time it should go a little bit better, a little more efficiently. Fingers crossed. Some people have to learn the hard way. I try not to be that person, but today I'm heading over to the Dalles, Oregon, where we have all of our stuff in a storage unit. First thing I have to do is load up our car. I have an old hot rod, so I have to load the car up on the trailer. Then I'll move that out of the way and bring the truck back and begin loading all of our boxes of stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a long day, and it's raining, and it's cold. I think we should have bought a house in Florida maybe during the summertime. All right, we made it to Columbia Stowaway. Here's the storage units where we got our stuff at. 2 words of wisdom I want to share with everybody. First off, for those of you that if you're going to travel full-time and you might have stuff in storage, think about your location and having stuff in there for a long time. We've had our stuff in here for just a hair over a year now. We chose this area, the Dalles, Oregon, because it's a very dry, kind of desert-like climate, which is a good area. It's a good environment for your stuff to be, you know, sitting around in a storage unit. Where we're living at was a very wet, moist area. We knew we didn't want to leave our stuff in that environment for a long time. Also, as we were shopping for storage units, many of them had metal walls or were stick or wood construction. And these units are concrete walls with a metal roof. So that was the 2 biggest factors for us choosing this area. Concrete brick is a good kind of temperature regulator. It does a good job of keeping, you know, the temperature swings to a minimum. We know it's also pretty solid. It's not going to have a bunch of insects and pests living in it. And the metal roof was a kind of a nice thing as well. So we knew our stuff would be safe here, not have to worry about our valuables and our possessions, whether or not they would be, you know, viable or any good after a year later. So the other thing I wanted to share with you guys, some people have to learn the hard way. I try not to be that person, but today I'm just realizing that I did not bring the key for the old Camaro that I have to load up on the trailer. The key for my car is 3,000 miles back in Florida. So luckily it's an older car, so maybe I can hotwire it, or there's a chance that the keys that I have, I might be able to get a key in there that will be close enough to match and turn. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. Alright, so got the car cleared, but I have no key, and the keys I have are not fitting in the ignition. The ignition is kind of loose. I've been able to get other keys to work before, but the keys I have right now aren't fitting, so I'm gonna roll the car out. I've got the car in neutral. I'm just gonna push it out. Hopefully when I get it out here, I can better squeeze my butt in there and find out how I can get to the wires to hot wire the car. Alright, back for day 2 of packing. So yesterday the camera, my iPhone, the battery died. It was a rough day. You can see, however, the car is loaded. So I ended up having to pop the lock out of the passenger door, and I took that to a locksmith, and they were able to from that lock, they were able to make a key that would fit. So you can see there's a hole in the door right there, little spot where the lock's missing. Anyhow, so that's how I got a set of keys made for the car, and that way I was able to just drive the car on the trailer, which made life easy. However, it took up a lot of time, and it started raining, so about 7 o'clock last night, I threw the towel in, and so now I'm back today to wrap things up. So I need to wrap this up and get on the road and get heading south. There's also snow. Right now it's snowing in Boise, Idaho, and I think tomorrow snows in Salt Lake City. So I've got to check the forecast and make sure I'm going to get there safely, but one thing at a time. Let's get this trailer, or the moving truck, loaded up here. Man, it's been a long 2 days. I was hoping I'd get all the packing and moving done in one day, but along with the rain, not having the key to my car, and having a lot of crap in the RV, took 2 days. Well, a day and a half. It's 3 o'clock here on Saturday. I was hoping to take off this morning and be like miles down the road right now, but it's 3 o'clock. So I think before I leave, I'm gonna go ahead and, today I've taken my time and I'm doing things right. So I spent an extra hour getting the moving truck, all the stuff in there packed nice and just I don't know, nice and tight where it's not gonna be shifting around. I bought some straps last night and I ratchet strapped everything in, so we got some ratchet straps in here around the safe and stuff. So we got a moving truck full of crap. Well, good crap. But anyhow, yeah, before I leave town, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I wanna stop by the grocery store. I'm gonna buy just a little small cooler to keep in the truck. I think that'll be good. That way I can just focus on driving and not worry about having to find food all the time. That way I can buy some food and have that available. Also, there's a snowstorm waiting for me, and this way too, if I get stuck somewhere for a while, I'll have plenty of food and water that way. So I'm not leaving yet. I am wrapped up though. Our storage unit here is empty. We can also say goodbye to a $200 per month fee now that we're not going to have our stuff here in the unit, and so that's pretty cool. So I'm ready to get on the road. Alright, it feels good to be getting some miles down. This morning there was packed snow, about 1 inch of packed snow up on the summit coming up here. It's been a couple hours, so hopefully now they've been able to either get it plowed or the snow's melting. So you can't really tell. The moving truck's pretty tough, but it kind of squats in the back a little bit. We got so much stuff in there. Today I'm hoping to put in, I don't know, just driving as long as I can. I woke up at 6 this morning, but I had to do a bunch of homework that's due tonight. So for the 3 hours, I just sat there doing homework, which is painful because those 3 hours I could have been driving. So anyways, let's get on over to Idaho. It's still snowing. Go away finally. Okay, so I checked the forecast earlier and there's a massive snowstorm hot on my heels, so I'm gonna keep driving as late as I can. The weather map is showing Salt Lake City as being just south of the storm. Well, as you can see, I did not evade the storm. It's almost 11 p.m. I am worn out. My ass is dragging, so I'm gonna find a hotel, and I hope I don't get stuck here. It's like 3 or 4 days forecasted of snow, like heavy snow. Alright, snow's still coming down. We're at Soldier Summit. Got a pretty cool buggy over here. Pretty sweet. And there is snow every damn where. Snow all around. Oh, fucking GPS directions. Oh, I love you. You're such a pain in my miles later, the car made it back in one piece. Alright, so I pulled the terminals off while I was driving and while this was in storage because that helped the batteries keep their charge. In fact, without this car being on a charger, it sat in storage for a year. So I definitely recommend, if you're storing a car in your storage unit, by all means make sure the battery's charged. All you have to do is just drive the car for an hour before you park it in the storage unit, and then remove your battery terminals so that the battery maintains its charge best as possible while the car is parked. I was able to go to the storage unit, hook these up, and start the car, and so far so good. So hopefully there's still enough charge to start the car one more time and get it off the trailer. Ooh, it's low. Burnout in Grandma's driveway?
Probably.
Okay, the moment of truth. I haven't looked at any of our stuff for about the last 2,000 miles.
Oy.
What's the worst that could happen?
Don't say that. Why would you say that? Oh my God.
Nothing looks obviously broken yet. Even this is holding tight.
I can't believe you stored it like that, babe.
Oh,
It's all bent.
So we just unloaded some stuff out of the moving truck. We just unloaded stuff out of the moving truck, and it's a little bit unbalanced.
What?
There's a slight imbalance in the moving truck.
Yeah, it's on my side. Way to make me feel real skinny. We're here at the title company. We're gonna sign papers to close on our second house together. We're at Allen. Another house in Florida. What are we doing?
All right, so we're waiting for the final paperwork, and we're just been going over all the fees and the costs. And end of the day, we did our due diligence, did a lot of homework, researching how much everything would cost. And I think, yeah, we're within about $100. We knew, you know, the document stamps and certain things that cost a little bit. Only additions that we didn't budget for was our own doing, though. We opted to get a survey done to know the boundaries of the property. And then the bank who we're buying the property from, they had some deal where they got out of the last portion of this year's property taxes. So we're gonna owe $314 worth of property tax. We hadn't budgeted for that, but in the scheme of things,
It's not bad.
the last home we sold, there's like almost $4,000 of surprise fees at the end.
Yes. So ask any and all questions. There's not a dumb question. Jesse's really good about asking questions, and you know, I'll be over here rolling my eyes like, oh, more questions, but
Which means I'm kind of annoying,
it
but
keeps surprises at a
the
minimum.
devil is in the details. I think by doing our homework and asking all those questions, yeah, this has been a pretty easy closing, and the most important part, just no big surprises.
Yep. Don't be scared of bank owned either. We got a great deal on this home.
Yeah, it's been so far so good. We're signing away.
That's it. Congratulations. First big property purchase. Well, maybe not the first one, but.
Yeah.
First one in Florida.
Back in Florida.
Yeah.
All right.
Congrats, guys.
We own a house. Another house, or not another house. This is our second house that we've ever closed on. But we only own one house right now. Oh my God. So Jesse just took a turn slowly and everything, but it shifted just enough that we heard something just crash all over the back of the moving truck. And as we're driving down the road, little things keep falling. Oh no. Oh no. We don't know who he was, but some guy just came and took away the for sale sign. It's official.
Ain't for sale no
No
more.
more.
Got expert driving.
Thank you.
Like a pro. All right, look at this wonderful birthday cake.
Who
We got
made this for you?
waves. The surfboard's exactly the same as my board. Look at the leaves on the palm
I
tree.
know.
They're little hangies.
So, Isabella.
From Living Gift 4x4.
Exactly.
That's the promotion.
Yeah, for sure. She is like the cake connoisseur. She is the
She
cake
does incredible
expert.
cakes.
Look at the detail. This is amazing.
And because we are in media, it's hashtag Jess39.
Thank you.
39 is because he turned 16.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Welcome.
Happy
That's a
birthday.
lot of work.